Now, next topic what we are going to discuss is some questions based on rectangle and square. Yes, we have already discussed a few questions based on rectangles and square. We will also discuss some more extra questions which had come in one or the other examinations based on these two quadrilaterals called as rectangle and square, without wasting too much of time on concept of rectangle and square, because we have already learnt the concept or the properties of rectangle and the properties of squares in our earlier classes. So let us not waste too much of time in understanding the properties. Once again, let us directly jump on to solving problems, and in problems we will again recap our properties, what is required for that particular problem. Now see here, sir. First question, original examination question, SSC CGL prelims examination question in the year 2002, and the same question SSC CGL prelims examination question in the year 2005, right? This question was repeated 2 times in the examination. What is that question? The perimeter of a rectangle is 160 meters. That means I have a rectangle. You don't need to write all these diagram in your examination. I am writing for your better understanding. Length of the rectangle is L. Both the opposite sides are equal in rectangle. Breadth of the rectangle is B. So both the opposite sides B and B will be equal. That means perimeter means it is sum of all the 4 sides. L plus B plus B. That means 2 into L plus B is given. 2 into L plus B is 160. That means L plus B is nothing but 160 divided by 2. It is 80 meters. That means we know the value of L and B. Sorry, we don't know the value of L and B, but we know the sum of the value of L and B. That is nothing but 80. And question says, and the difference of the two sides is 48 meters. Sum is known to us as 80. Difference is known to us as 48. If I simplify, this becomes 2L is equal to 128. L will be 128 divided by 2. It is 64. If L is 64, B value will be 64 plus which number is 80? 64 plus 16 is only 80. That means the breadth of the rectangle is 16 meters. Find the side of a square. I need to find the side of a square. There is a square like this. I need to find the side of a square whose area is equal to area of the rectangle. Now, I know the length of the rectangle, breadth of the rectangle. Area of the rectangle is length into breadth. That means area is nothing but 64 into 16. Area of the rectangle is 64 into 16. Now, can I say that 16 is 2 power 4, 64 is 2 power 6. That means 2 power 10 is the area of the rectangle. But it is given in the question that area of the square is nothing but equal to area of the rectangle. Area of the rectangle is 2 power 10. Now, area is 2 power 10. Area of the square is nothing but side square, right? It is nothing but side square. Side square is nothing but 2 power 10. Side is nothing but square root of 2 power 10. Square root of 2 power 10 is 2 power 5. 2 power 5 is nothing but 32. That means side of a square is nothing but 32 meters, which is nothing but option A. Very, very easy question to be solved. 2 times it had come in original SSC CGL prelims examination, and definitely I believe that you can solve these kind of questions very easily, sir. Question number 2. Again was original SSC CGL prelims examination question. SSC CGL prelims examination question in the year 2003. Now see here, sir. Your question is the area of the square which has the same perimeter of the rectangle whose length is 48 meters and is 3 times its breadth is how much? Let us read the question once again. Now they are saying that I need to find the area of this particular square. What is the area is the question. Beautiful. That is something which I understood it. Next, which has the same perimeter as the rectangle. Now there is a rectangle. The perimeter of this rectangle and the perimeter of this square both are 100% same. Both are absolutely same. Now Have they given you the perimeter of the rectangle directly? No, they haven't given it. But they are saying that rectangle has a length of 48 meters. Rectangle is having the length of 48 meters. And this length is 3 times his breadth. Length is 3 times his breadth. Length is 48. That means breadth should be how much? 1/3 of 48, which is nothing but 16. Breadth of the rectangle should be 16. Can I say that this also will be 48, this also will be 16? Now, simple understanding, sir. 48 plus 16 is 64. 48 plus 16 is 64. That means perimeter of rectangle is 64 plus 64, 128 meters, and perimeter of square also is same as rectangle because it is given in the question. Now, can I say that if the sum of these four sides of a square is 128, each side will be how much? Side of a square will be, all the sides in a square will be equal, so divide it by 4. 128 divided by 4 is 32 meters. That means every side is 32 meters. Every side is 32 meters. They are asking you to find the area of that square. Area of the square is nothing but side square. Side square is nothing but 32 square. 32 is 2 power 5. 2 power 5 whole square is 2 power 10. 2 power 10 value is 1024. Answer for this question is area of the square is nothing but 1024 square meters or meter square. I hope this SSC CGL prelims question is also very clear for you people, sir. Question number 3. Again, original SSC CGL Tier 1 examination question in the year 2013. Now see here, sir. Question number 3. If the perimeters of a rectangle and a square are equal, that means perimeter of rectangle and perimeter of square are equal. This is my first point. And the ratio of two adjacent sides of a rectangle is 1:2. That means there is a rectangle, two adjacent sides of a rectangle. The ratio is given as 1:2, right? The ratio of two adjacent sides of a rectangle is given as 1:2. Then find the ratio of area of rectangle to the area of the square. Area of rectangle, area of the square ratio is what I require. Now, very easy logic once again, sir. Now, it is given that perimeter of rectangle, I will find it. That value, whatever I get for perimeter of rectangle, is absolutely same as perimeter of the square. Now, first let me find the perimeter of rectangle. Perimeter of rectangle is 2 into L plus B. Now, L is 1 unit or L is 2 units. Breadth is 1 unit, or like I will take it as 1 plus 2 or 2 plus 1. Both are same. Now, this happens to be, don't take it as 1x and 2x and waste your time, sir. This happens to be when simplified. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 into 2 is 6. That means perimeter of rectangle is 6. That means perimeter of square is also 6. Perimeter of square is nothing but 4 times of side. Side I will call it as A. Side of a square is A meters. So this becomes A will become 6 divided by 4. 6 divided by 4 is 3 by 2, 1.5. Now the side of a square is 1.5 units, right? The side of a square is 1.5 unit. Now they are asking you to find the area of the square and area of the rectangle ratio. Area of the rectangle is nothing but length into breadth. Length is 2 units, breadth is 1 unit, area is 2 into 1. So divided by area of the square is nothing but area of the square is nothing but side square. Side is nothing but 1.5, or it is 3 by 2. Side square is 3 square by 2 square. That divided by 4 will go to the numerator. So 2 into 1 into 4 is the numerator, 9 is the denominator. Answer for this question is option D, which is 8:9. Please see the source of this question. This is your original SSC CGL Tier 1 examination question, which was asked in the year 2013. I hope the idea is clear. Most of the 95% of the questions what we are taking in mensuration are nothing but your original examination questions only. There are very less chances that I will not take a original exam question, because of the fact that original exam questions I want more to be highlighted, and you also need to understand what kind of questions were coming in the exam, now what kind of questions are coming, and how can you tackle in the next coming examinations also. And I will take some of the non-original examination questions also in between, because I feel that those are good questions, so I will definitely add those questions also in between. Next question, SSC graduate level tier 2 exam in the year 2013. Question number 4. The area of rectangle is thrice that of a square. That means area of rectangle is 3 times the area of the square. This is my first statement. Length of the rectangle is 20 centimeters. Length of the rectangle is 20 centimeter, and the breadth of the rectangle is 3 by 2 times that of the side of a square. Now I don't know the length of the breadth of the rectangle. Breadth of the rectangle is 3 by 2 times the side of a square. Let me call the side of the square as x centimeter. What is x? X is nothing but the length or the side of a square, right? Whatever the dimensions is there for the side of a square, that I am calling it as x for time being. Find the side of the square in centimeter. They are asking you to find that x value itself. They are asking you to find the x value itself. Now can I say that area of the rectangle is, it is length into breadth. Length is nothing but 20. Breadth is nothing but 3 by 2 times of x. This is nothing but 3 times of area of the square is, area of the square is side square. So side is x, x square. 1 x will cancel. 3 will also cancel. 2 into 1, 2 into 10. You are left with x is equal to 10. Answer for this question. Did I make any mistake here, sir? Just check it out. Length is nothing but 20 into 3 by 2. Breadth is nothing but 20 into 3 by 2 times of x. That is correct. It is nothing but 3 times of area of rectangle is given in the question as area of the rectangle is nothing but 3 times that of a square. Yes, it is correct only. Area of rectangle is given as 3 times that of a square. Area of square is how much? It is side square. Side is nothing but x. So it is x square. This 3 will be multiplied because of the data given in the question. 3 will cancel out. 2 into 10 is 20. X will cancel out. You are left with x is equal to 10. Yes, absolutely correct, sir. There is no mistake. Answer for this question is option A, x is equal to 10. Now, this is one of the way of solving the question. This is one of the way of solving the question. Now, sir, I don't want to use variables. Can I solve it in a different method? Can I solve it in a different method? Now, listen to this carefully, sir. I somewhere believe that I made a mistake here, sir. The area of a rectangle is thrice that of a square. Okay. The length of a rectangle is 20 centimeters. Okay. And the breadth of the rectangle is 3 by 2 times of that of a square. Okay, side of a square I will call it as x, for example. X only is what we are calculating here. So area of rectangle is, it is length is 20 given in the question. Breadth is nothing but 3 by 2 times of x. That is also clear. This is 3 times of area of a square. This is 3 times of area of a square. Okay, I think there is no mistake, sir. I'm unnecessarily scratching my head thinking that I have made a mistake. Okay, let us check it out in method 2. No issues. Now, method 2, what we are doing is by answer options. Answer options method. If you think that you don't want to use the method called as variable method, you can switch on to answer option. That also will give you the answer little faster. Now, first statement says area of rectangle is 3 times the area of a square. Now what I will do is I will take the side of a square as first option, which is nothing but 10 centimeters according to the given options. I will assume the side of the square as 10. Now side of the square of is 10 means area of the square is nothing but 10 square 100. Now length is nothing but 20, length of the rectangle. Breadth is nothing but 3 by 2 times of side of a square. So this is 2 into 1, 2 into 5. 3 into 5 is 15. Length is 20, breadth is 15. Area of rectangle is 20 into 15, which is 300. It is given in the question that area of rectangle is 3 times that of area of the square. Is 300 3 times that of 100? Yes, 300 is definitely 3 times that of 100, because my given statement in the question is becoming true. My assumption of 10 centimeter is also true, and believe me, you don't need to write all these things. You can actually solve this question without using pen by using method 2, by using the method of answer options. Yes, probably in this question, first option might be the correct answer. I have told you several times in several questions also, what if the last option is the correct answer? Are we not wasting too much of time from traveling from first option till the last option? Definitely no. Your answer options will give you the answers so fast in so many cases. So is the case with this particular method problem also, but it requires a lot of practice. It will come only by practice, and that too without using pen. I am repeating it for the second time in this problem itself. Without using pen, you can solve this question if you are solving by method 2. In your mind only, you can calculate it fast. You don't need to put your pen on the paper also. I believe that method 1 is clear, variable method. Method 2 is also clear, non-variable method, by using answer options. Question number 5. Question number 5. If the length of a side of a square is equal to that of the diameter of a circle. Now, length of the side of a square, I will call it as L. This is equal to diameter of a circle. Now what is the diameter of a circle? If the radius of the circle is r centimeter or r units, then the diameter will become double of that r. So it is 2 times of r. Then find the ratio of area of the square to that of area of the circle. Area of the square, area of the circle ratio is what I need to find. Now see here, this L is nothing but length of the square. This circle, this 2r is nothing but diameter of the circle, and r is nothing but the radius of the circle. Now they are asking you to find the area of the square divided by area of the circle. Area of the square is nothing but length square. It is L square, which is nothing but, so area of the circle is nothing but pi r square. R is nothing but a radius of the circle. In this particular example, I have taken it as r itself. So this can be written as, but in this question L value is nothing but 2r. Substitute. It becomes 2r whole square, which is nothing but 4r square divided by pi r square. R square will cancel. So this is nothing but 4 divided by pi value is 22 divided by 7. So this goes above. So this is 4 into 7 divided by 22. 2 into 2 is 4, 2 into 11 is 22. So this is 14 divided by 11. Area of the square is to area of the circle. The ratio is nothing but 14 is to 11, which is nothing but option A. Next, question number 6. Question number 6. SSC CGL prelims examination in the year 2002, and it was also asked in SSC CGL prelims in the year 2005. Now see here, the area of a square and a rectangle are equal. Area of a square and area of rectangle are equal. The length of the rectangle is greater than the length of any side of a square by 5 centimeters. That means if I tell the length of the rectangle, okay, length of the rectangle, okay, let me write it for your better understanding. Length of the rectangle is greater than the length of any side of a square. Anyway, every side of a square is same itself. Suppose for example, if I take the side of the square as x centimeter, let the side of a square be x centimeter, then length of the rectangle will be 5 more than x, it is x plus 5, and its breadth is 3 less by 3 centimeter. That means breadth of the rectangle, length of the rectangle is 5 more than x, breadth of the rectangle is 3 less than x, that means it is x minus 3. That means, can I say that because we don't know the side of the square as of now, I don't know what is the side of the square, I called it as x. So therefore length of the rectangle is also in terms of variable x plus 5. Breadth of the rectangle is also in terms of variable x minus 3. Now can I also say that it is given in the question that area of the square is equal to area of the rectangle. That means area, okay, let me write it in the next screen if you want. Area of the square is equal to area of the rectangle. Area of the square is nothing but x square, because x is nothing but the side of the square. Area of the rectangle is length multiplied by breadth. Length is nothing but x plus 5, breadth is nothing but x minus 3. X square is this multiply x square minus 3x plus 5x plus 2x minus 15, it becomes, this will cancel. 2x minus 15 is equal to 0. 2x is equal to 15. That means I know the value of 2x as 15. I can find the value of x as 15 by 2, 7.5. Find the perimeter of the rectangle. Perimeter of the rectangle is 2 into L plus B. That means this is nothing but 2 into L value is x plus 5, B value is x minus 3. This, when I simplify, this is 2 into 2x plus 2 it becomes, but I know the value of 2x directly as 15. Substitute 2x value here. This becomes 2 into 15 plus 2, 17 times of 2. Perimeter of the rectangle is nothing but 34 centimeters, which is nothing but my option D. I hope this kind of problem solving is very clear for you people. But this kind of problem solving involves so much of variables, so much of equation solving. So let us switch on to another kind of methodology which we will think that it can be solved in easier method. Ultimately you are the decision maker. Which method is comfortable for you, please pick it up. Now what is method 2? Listen to this carefully, sir. What is method 2? Let us understand which method I am trying to implement as method 2. Now see here, can I say that question is find the perimeter of the rectangle. Answer options will also specify the perimeters of the rectangle. So perimeter, first option is 17, second is 26, third option is 30, fourth option is 34. Now I know that correct answer for this question is 34 because I have already solved my method 1. But if I don't solve my method 1, I will not be knowing that easily. Now I will just show you with one example called as 34 itself. Then you can decide which method is comfortable. There is no force of using method 1 or method 2. You are the ultimate decision maker. Now I am just taking the correct answer itself and showing you how you can apply method 2. Now perimeter is 34. That means L plus B value will be 17. Now, if I add L and B, the sum should be 17. That is point number 1. Point number 2, what you need to understand here is, can I say that length of the rectangle and breadth of the rectangle is nothing but, in method 1 it is x plus 5 and x minus 3, and the side of the square is nothing but x. I don't know the side of the square. That means this becomes, it can be any of these values: 1 plus 16, 2 plus 15, 3 plus 14, 4 plus 13, and then it is 5 plus 12, it is 6 plus 11, then it is 7 plus 10, it is 8 plus 9, and then the reverse will start: 9 plus 8, 10 plus 7, all those things. Anyway, reverse is nothing but not that headache here, because length can be interchanged to breadth, breadth can be interchanged to length in a rectangle, no issues, because perimeter is ultimately 2 into L plus B. L plus B is commutative, L into B area is also commutative property, so no worries about it. But if you see here, can you definitely say, out of all these things, which can be the possible length and breadth? What is the other statement which is given in the question, sir? Length is 5 centimeters more than this one, side of a square, and breadth is 3 centimeters less than side of a square. That means it is very complicated in this method 2 right now. What I am trying to say with method 2 right now is, you cannot identify a unique value for L and B, and that too you just took the correct answer 34 and you are solving. If you don't know 34 as correct answer, you will probably do all these things also in this method. That means every time I told you carefully that method 2 will always be the better option, because answer options will always give the answers little faster. But in this particular example, I am telling that in this case method 2 is not the viable method. Why, how, or when the method 2 will probably be a viable method in this case? If I know the perimeter, or not the perimeter, basically if the question was asked for you people, what is the side of a square? If that is the case, method 2 would have been better in this case. But in this particular question, method 2 will be very lengthy process, sir. So avoid method 2. Sir, when do you identify, when can you say that method 2 is best method? When can you say that method 1 is best? Now, simple logic. From my understanding, I am saying, whenever it is length is greater than any side of the square by 5, it is something like this. Try to finish off by using method 1 itself. Although it's a variable method, it is a time consuming method, but method 2 is even more time consuming. In this particular question I am talking, sir, not in all the questions. 96 to 98% of the questions, method 2 is the beautiful method which you can apply what we teach in A and C. But in this question I am telling you, why did I teach method 2 you in this question? Why did I tell you that method 2, please take it, please explain, I will explain, please listen to this, because I want to tell you the drawback of method 2 sometimes. I hope you are understanding. Not always method 2 will serve a purpose. 98% of the cases method 2 will serve a beautiful purpose, but sometimes method 2 might be little lengthy compared to method 1. So you should switch on to method 1, although it's a variable method in that particular case. I hope I am making sense for you people, when to use and when not to use method 2. Question number 7 in this particular topic. Question number 7. If the perimeter of a square and rectangle are the same, perimeter of square and perimeter of rectangle, they both are same, then the area P and Q enclosed by them would satisfy the condition. Which of the following condition? Now see here, sir. Can I say that area P and area Q enclosed by them would satisfy which condition is the question? Now see here, let us not too much worry about what needs to be solved here. Let us solve by using some numerical values. Some examples, let me take it so that we will understand it better. Now see here, the catch in the question is square perimeter and rectangle perimeter is the same. Now suppose square perimeter, I will take it as 10. 10 is the square perimeter. If a square perimeter of square is 10, then side of the square will be 10 by 4, 2.5 or 5 by 2. So that is a problem with working with the decimals or fractions. So I will not take 10. Let me take it as 100. If I take it as 100, 100 divided by 4 is 25. Beautiful. 100 by 4 is 25. But 25 is an odd number. Even number will be even more easier to work, because 25, if by chance, if I want to again divide by 2, 25 by 2 will come to 12.5, which is a decimal or a fractional value. So what I will do is, I will take the perimeter 200, or I will take the perimeter 400. So any multiples of 200. Now suppose, for example, I am assuming that let the perimeter be 400, right? Let the perimeter be 400. Now see here, sir, there are two geometrical figures in this question. First geometrical figure is a square, and the second geometrical figure is a rectangle, right? Second geometrical figure is rectangle. Now think little logically, we will get the answer very fast. Perimeter of the square is 400. That means every side is 100, right? Every side is 100. Now what is the area of this square? It is 100 square. This is for a square. Now see the rectangle. This is the beauty of rectangle. Now perimeter is 400. Perimeter is 400. That means if total 4 sides sum is 400, so it is 2 into L plus B is 400. L plus B will be how much? 400 by 2. It is 200. That means if I add the length, if I add the breadth, the sum should be 200. Another 2 length and breadth sum also should be 200, so that the total perimeter becomes 400. That means sum of L and B should become 200. Now let me take it like this. 200 means length can be 101, breadth can be 99. If length is 101 and breadth is 99, area of the rectangle is 101 into 99. 101 into 99 is nothing but this is 100 plus 1 into 100 minus 1. A plus B into A minus B is A square minus B square. 100 square minus 1 square. This is nothing but 100 square is nothing but 1 followed by 4 zeros minus 1. So 10,000 minus 1 is 9999. Here the area of the square is 10,000. That means, can I say that area of the square they are calling it as P, area of the rectangle they are calling it as Q. If I take L as 101 and B as 99, then area of the square is greater than area of the rectangle. This is my case 1, right? This is my case 1. Now case 2. Sir, should I take a length as 101 and breadth as 99? Can I take some other values where the sum of length and breadth will become 200? Yes, that is what I am going to discuss in case 2. But will the area of the square change for you people? No, definitely the area of the square will not change, because if the perimeter is fixed as 400 for the square, then definitely each side is 100 itself. You cannot say I will take 101, 101, 101, 101. Then the perimeter becomes 404, right? I hope I am making sense. So area of the square is fixed right now at 10,000. Now rectangle is there. Instead of taking length as 101, let me take some other length. Instead of taking breadth as 99, let me take some other breadth. Now we know that length plus breadth should be equal to 200, right? 101 plus 99 is 200. 100 plus 100 is also 200. If I take 100 and 100, it becomes a square, right beta? Length is equal to breadth means it's a square. So I will not take it 100 plus 100. So can I take it as 98 plus 102? 97 plus 103, 96 plus 104. Yes, you can keep doing like that. I will take one more example. 120 and 80. 120 plus 80 is also 200 only. Now, if I take 120 plus 80, area of the rectangle is, it is nothing but 120 into 80. Can I say that 12 into 80 is 96, followed by 2 zeros. 9600 is less than 10,000 once again. That means, can I say that earlier my area length was 101 and earlier my breadth was 99. Now length kept on increasing. Because length kept on increasing, breadth will keep decreasing. You increase length by any unit and decrease length by same unit, the area will also keep decreasing for a rectangle. That means, instead of taking 120 and 80, you take 130 and 70. The sum is once again 200. 130 and 70. 13 into 7 is 91. So area becomes 9100. It is once again less than 10,000. That means, you take any length and any breadth, whatever you like, which is giving you the sum of length and breadth as 200 for a rectangle, area will never cross the area of a square. Area of rectangle, it will definitely not cross the area of the square. Forget about crossing. It will not even coincide. That means, area of rectangle will not even be equal to the area of a square. That means, answer for this question is, area of square P is always greater than area of square Q if the perimeter of square and rectangle are absolutely same. I hope this question is very clear for you. Option C should be the correct answer for this question.